well, let's get into it. Peaceful witches and the witchcraft conspiracy. Alright, first part we're going to talk about is the witchcraft conspiracy. Is, of course, they're subjugating and putting out in public witchcraft more for impressionable young kids to learn, and that humanity is being initiated. Well, all of it's true. Yes, we're sneaking witchcraft into the open world. It's called being open-minded, okay? Because witchcraft is nothing more than wisdom, basically the wisdom, gnosis, understanding all of creation and understanding the earth. And Wicca is nothing more than the religion of earth, even though it's not fully witchcraft. Wicca is more of a small step towards witchcraft, if you know what I mean. And then there's a whole bunch of steps. So, of course, everything you see, public rituals, to be honest, we were a society, a paganistic society, and it's still a paganistic society. Every football, or Super League football game, there's always a ritual. Of course there is. Because this world is still rooted in humanity, and change, paganism, earthly belief, of course, is all coming out more and more and more. Because it's earth magic. It's nothing more than earth magic, and of course, the dragons are coming, the dragons are the ones that teach forms of witchcraft. Of course, abominations are in the Bible. The dragon is Satan, and it's true, because in the opposite perspective of nature and healing and power, of course, dragons are abominations. On the other perspective, opposite of healing, shamanism, and all that, the other perspective is abomination, blood magic, necromancy, stuff like that. Of course, even in Rome and Greek, you really got to think that Zeus, even the character Zeus, is the enemy of the Holy Bible. Because there's actually, in the Christian Bible, there's in the 1950s, right before the huge hippie revolution, there was a man named Gerald Gardner, and he worked with Aleister Crowley, the Base 666. Aleister Crowley himself, who's responsible, the man that is responsible to the revitalization of modern witchcraft, revered himself as the Beast 666, the solar. He's literally called Satan as the solar phallic warrior, or the solar phallic Iwas, and Satan was his guardian angel who wrote the Book of the Law and all this. And he, moon worship, Wicca's moon worship, while Aleister Crowley's religion, Thelema, was sun worship, and they worshipped the sun as the Beast 666. So, and of course, and then there's also the female, the moon, the Wiccan, which goes to the second thing about it. Of course, we're infiltrating the world. In a way, it's not conspiracy. It's called being open-minded. And the second thing is about the peaceful witches. Of course there are peaceful witches in this world. There's healing, mystics, shamans, and all of that. But the entirety of witchcraft is relegated to devildom, of course. Even from 1904 with the book, Aleister Crowley's Book of the Law. Even before then, during the witch hunt back in Europe. And all of those places back in the 1600s, 1500s, 1700s. They were all servants of the devil, according to the Inquisition. So, yeah. I mean, I want to shut down, and it's very, very appropriate for YouTube to shut down everything about the conspiracy culture, because it's all not true. Most witches don't hail the devil. They just hail the forces that were called the devil. It's nature. It's nature itself balancing it out. Even Baphomet is described by Eliphas Levi, who is the inventor of the form of the Baphomet, is that it represents everything in absolute nature. It represents everything in absolute nature. So we just gotta confirm all this, that nothing. Aleister Crowley once said, and it's very true with the revelation of Wicca and the rising witchcraft of this world in the 21st century, is we're going to, Aleister Crowley, paraquoting here, the world is going to see magic like no devil has ever seen. Alright. And about all of these nice witches, they really do downplay it like too nicely, because actually they're never going to be able to justify the word witch properly unless they are proud of being heathens, poisoners, hexers, killers, demonologists. You're never going to justify the word without all that stigma. So just, if you want to really be a witch, you got to be proud of being called a demonologist, a hexer, a killer, a poisoner, and all of this. You have to be proud of that if you really want to be a witch.